This week I'm going to go live on the old Instagram as well there on my phone. So if anyone prefers that, they can go over there. Although you won't get the good sound that you would from here. Going to kick off the show with a song I wrote called Keep a Trickle Flowing. When your river is in drought and you don't know what else to do, just keep the ball rolling, I could have called it maybe, or keep a trickle flowing. There's probably many other little anecdotes like that we could say, but keep the spark glowing. That was the other one. Keep a trickle flowing when your river is in drought, and keep the spark glowing when the flames have all gone out, and sing your song low when the crowd have all gone home. For tomorrow everyone will sing along. Your river will be raging, your flames will light the night, your eagle will be soaring bright. You'll sing a song of freedom, you'll find a tribe you believe in, you'll prepare and share a feast with everyone. For this same river that flows before me flows for the whole human family, and this same river will flow forever, winding its way through the trees. So keep a trickle flowing when your river is in drought, and keep the spark glowing when the flames have all gone out, and sing your song low when the crowd have all gone home. For tomorrow everyone will sing along. Your river will be raging, your flames will light the night, your eagle will be soaring bright. You'll sing a song of freedom, you'll find that tribe you believe in, you'll prepare and share a feast with everyone. For this same fire that burns within me glows for the whole human family, and this same fire will burn forever with the breeze that blows through the trees, with the breeze that blows through the trees. So keep a trickle flowing, keep a spark glowing, and keep a trickle flowing, keep a spark glowing, keep a trickle flowing, keep a spark glowing, keep a trickle flowing, keep the spark glowing. That's it. When everything's going a bit weird, just keep going and it'll be grand. We'll get there. That's what that song's all about. Yes, welcome to the show. We're going to do the intro for those on Facebook and on YouTube. How do I do that? I go up here. Here we go. Show intro. Oh, there's me the intro with a song from my album. I guess it's a scat, a trad scat, from my album Out on New and Gaelge. And this song that I'm going to sing for you now is from that same album. And I haven't sang it in quite a while. It's called Ceol as an Dorchadas, which means music from the darkness kind of thing. I have another song called Light from the Darkness. But anyway, this one's kind of about how ideas can just come from nowhere when you're writing songs and stuff, and it's kind of a bit mad how they just pop in there. So this is, yeah, a bit of crack. Hopefully I remember. Dagen ceol as an Dorchadas, I mínum stróuströss. Dagen ceol as an Dorchadas, so come have some fun with us. Immer hier an Tintan, Jacht of the brain bio bomb. Immer here on Tintan, don't make me wait so long. Dagen ceol as an Dorchadas, I mínum stróuströss. Dagen ceol as an Dorchadas, so come have some fun with us. Immer hier an Tintan, spert of the brain bio bomb. Immer here on Tintan, don't make me wait so long. Dagen ceol as an Dorchadas, I mínum stróuströss. Dagen ceol as an Dorchadas, so come have some fun. So Shin Will and Shin, let's go and see, have a look at our chat wall and see if there's anyone there. We've Gavin Delassa on the Instagram, and Denise Bede, how are you doing, Denise? And Janet McLean, how are you doing? And Clara Rose and Louise Walker. So how are you? I just thought I'd throw on the old Instagram-y thing to be showing people what we're at over here on YouTube and Facebook. And we have a few people in. Shannon Aiken, how are you doing? Great to have you on board listening in. Poor Rory and Shannon were supposed to be in Dublin. So your mind has gone to Dublin. Well, we'll have a Dublin ditty later on for you, where you can be all rebellious, Rory. I know you love being rebellious. And hello, Liz. Welcome in from Battle Creek. And Raymond Coleman, how are you doing, Ray? Thanks very much for listening in. I get the feeling I'm a little bit dark. I better turn on the old lights there. Give me an old second, and then we'll move to... I'm going to do a song. The next song is called In My Element. Last Saturday, actually just after the show, I got word that Sir Ken Robinson had died, and he has a great TED Talk that he does, or that he did, excuse me, all about how we want to get education systems to where people are doing things that they love to do, and it's a nice idea. Clara Rose, switch to Facebook to see the funky intro. There'll be a few more ditties. You'll be glad you changed. You moved over, Clara. My scheme is working here to get some Instagrammers over. All right, we're gonna have. I guess this is an older original. So I need to learn my little buttons here a bit better. Right, I'm back. I remembered I had to. We had the craziest storms here last night in Michigan and in Detroit, just outside Detroit, and I had to unplug everything at about 1:30 this morning. Then I couldn't go back to bed, so I was watching The Bourne. Which Bourne movie was it? They make no sense. I love them all, but I can't figure out which is which. The Bourne Ultimatum. No, The Bourne Legacy. No, it wasn't that one either. Anyway, it was great. It was where he finds out he's David Webb and all that lark. And he uses a book to fight with and all that. Anyway, this is In My Element, and this is an older original of mine, based on the book called The Element. Know that there's this silver cloud flying on high, taking its time for you. Know that there's this place you can go, waiting for you, waiting for you to come along. So take the time to look all around. You got to do what you think you should do. I will be waiting for you in that place where time moves so quickly. That's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find me in my element. In my element. Alright, if you can whistle along. Take the time to find your muse. I know you won't lose. I know you can't lose. You're only with that time to look all around. You got to do what you think you should do. I will be waiting for you in that place where time moves so quickly. That's where you'll find me. That's where you'll find me in my element. In my element. Know that there's this silver cloud flying on high, taking its time for you. Know that there's this place you can grow, waiting for you to come along. I always feel that's a wiser me talking to a sillier me, telling me to do things differently. There's a better way. What are you at? Do the things that you should be doing, and all that type of thing. So that was In My Element. Now we're going to do Cover Lovers. This is for all you cover lovers, and it's actually the same song as last week. Isn't that terrible? For all of you cover lovers. But last week it was Os Gaeilge, and today it's going to be Os Béarla in its original language, the Willie Nelson and Patsy Cline song. Willie Nelson's demo was mad. I was listening to it. He loves not being on the beat. I find that difficult, and evidently Patsy Cline did too, so everything sounds a lot more on the beat. So apologies to Instagram people here, because you won't be hearing much of the guitar because it's an electric. It's kind of going through it's all electrons. It's not really, it's fake audio. It's not really anyway, I'll just sing the song. Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you loved me as long as you wanted, and then someday you leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Crazy for thinking my love could hold you. Crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Yay, what a song. Okay, we're gonna do a Gaeilge groove. Gaeilge groove, 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 Gaeilge groove. Here we go again. We're on our Gaeilge groove. To all the Instagrammers out there on the phone, we're over on YouTube and on Facebook on Enda Reilly Music and Enda the Road on YouTube. Go over to YouTube, give me an old subscribe, and get me up to 1,000 subscribers. That'll be like great crack altogether. But we've got reverb. It's like I'm in a cave, and we've got some little ditties for the crack. So, thanks again to everybody who's with me every week. Yous are all amazing and keep me coming back. Clara Rose jumped over from Instagram there. Clara Rose sang at our wedding, myself and Anne-Marie's wedding, and she made an amazing job of it. And we asked her for all these weird songs, and she did them. And so we're forever in her debt, and she's an amazing blues singer. So you gotta check out Clara Rose from Ireland. She's amazing. So that's just an old shout out. So this is on Onlog because the F takes a H because it's Boninge Canuck. but I didn't know that. So on the album it says on Farnlog, so I got the grammar wrong. So that was a bit silly. But it's called The Swallow, and there's a song called Kneel to a dead, no I ain't take post. Kneel to a dead, no I ain't take post. Kneel to a dead, no I ain't take post. Or a boy 2, 3, take boy 2 more. Okay, we kind of had a kid's corner there without even going there. So that's called Bayenuk Amorach, a Gunday and Chlor, which is in County Clare. There'll be a fair tomorrow, and the girl wants to go. She's not 13 yet, so she's not grown up enough to go to the fair. But she's in love with the shoemaker. Anyway, I imagined a few years later she's allowed to go to the fair. Woo! And she's going to meet. She's moved on to another lad now. He's a cowboy. He's not a shoemaker at all. And so she's moved on to another fella. But magic has to come into it because she's been delayed and she's on her way, but he doesn't know that, and he's about to leave, and then a swallow comes along and sees it and robs her handkerchief and brings it to him, and then he knows she's coming because there's no texting or anything like that back then. So anyway, this is on log. Kalino tashi denu Bukambo isayerenu Kalino tashi denu Steel she now the hound and out Steel she now Banner Steel she now the hound Tugen change skelf we dare Bonum garnis take para Tugen change skelf we dare Etchlean on fun waking Glitching shake your sword Etchlean on fun second book above Boy, you're calling on as you second book bow Boy, you're calling on as you As you on Farnlog or on Onlog, which is up on the old Spotify, and Tim, who's always listening in every week, played the flutes on it, and we had Emer Lynch and Kathy McAvoy were playing the violins, and that little bit that goes there, that was on the violins, but I was like, it's like the bird flying. I was explaining in very technical music language how the violins had to sound like that. So I remember that. I was just adding that one in there into this little version yesterday when I was having the crack. Okay, we're gonna move along. Oh yeah, I was gonna do a song for the crack. Where did I write the lyrics out? Might come back to that one in a minute. I'll see if I can get the lyrics for. No, gotta do it now. Has to be done now. This is called an introduction. So this is Kids Corner. Where's Kids Corner? Whoa. Kids Corner, just an excuse to be silly. Hey, right, Kids Corner, because sometimes this kind of kids songs come out of me. Yeah. This is called The Rock Song, and if I get it right, let's see, let's hope it all goes in. Where was I? Yeah. All right, let's give it a shot. This was my trying to explain to young people and aliens who visit planet Earth all about our rocks. A basic 101. Here's an introduction to Earth's rocks for aliens and young people. Igneous rocks come from magma. The bigger the crystals, the longer it cools. Different chemistries of different colors, black like a granite and light like a gabbro. But it takes millions and millions and millions and millions of years. It takes millions and millions and millions and millions of years. Oh yeah. Sedimentary rocks are various other little bits and pieces of rock stuck together with cement like limestone, sandstone, or conglomerate. But it takes millions and millions and millions and millions of years. Oh, it takes millions and millions and millions, millions of years. A metamorphic rocks are cooked up other rocks. Rocks are cooked up other rocks. You could get a samite from a sandstone, and you could get a schist from a mudstone, and you could get what could you get? You could get a marble from a limestone, and you can get green stones, blue stones, crazy stones. But you guessed it, it takes millions and millions and millions and millions of It takes millions and millions and millions and millions of years. With one exception, volcanic rocks are made in an eruption. When lava spews out of the earth, we get Pahoe, and columnar basalt. And for the minute, that's all the rocks I can think of. All the rocks I can think of. That's the rock song, and that's my rock song. Hey. Right, there's me rock song. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions about rocks, put them in the chat wall. Let's go and have a look at the chat wall and see if there's anyone there at all. Inventory is my chat wall. And who have I got? How do I get the chat thing up here? Yeah. So we got, Raymond Coleman. Thanks very much. Glad you're enjoying the sound. Oh, you lost all power too yesterday. Oh, that's terrible. Liz lost power. And Nosy is in the background here. Anne-Marie is pointing out my dude. We got dudes in this house. This is my dude. He's nosy. Had him since I was young. I think it was my Uncle Kevin gave it to me while I was in the crib. So that's nosy. Anyway, he'll give us an old song later. So how you, Janet? Thanks very much for being here as well. And Graham Keating. Do I know the song The Contender? I don't. That's Jackson Browne, isn't it? I never really got into Jackson Browne, to be honest, which is probably a terrible thing to say. Anne-Marie had a tape of him there, and we were listening a while back, but I don't have The Contender. Thanks for asking though, Graham. I'll give it now a listen and see what's the crack. How about some Black Sabbath? Well, it's not Sunday yet, Rory. We'll have to wait till tomorrow. Thanks, Clara. Love you loads. Thanks for listening in. And Clara, I think, is starting to do some lives as well, live streamios. Thanks, Sophie. Sophie Coyle, another great singer. Lennon, she's disguised as a Lennon. No, thanks, Sophie. Great. And yeah, would love to hear you soon. If you're doing any lives, let us know. And Mark, how are you doing, Mark Harlow? So Mark is with Bridget Gallagher's, and they bring people to Ireland, and unfortunately they had to cancel some of their events going to Ireland this year, but they're getting ready again for next year now, I think. And they're going to have a podcast, and I've done the intro music for the podcast, so maybe someday I'll show you on the show the intro music for the old podcast for their new, called Let's Go to Ireland, I think they're calling it. So Sinead, that was a great thing to work on with Mark and with Pat Johnson here in Detroit. So it's good. There's always things going on in the Irish circles here. So let's get back to some Kjol. We're going to move some. I forget who asked last week for the Foggy Dew. So this is going to be our Dublin ditty for the day. Call our Dublin ditty. Dublin's fair ditty. I've made these all too small. Dublin ditty, where are you? God, Mike. No, it's disappeared. Maybe I don't have a thing for it. I don't think I do. Here we go. At Dublin's fair ditty, I'll sing for you pretty. Won't you all join me alive, alive, oh. So this was requested last week, and I can't remember who it was, so apologies, I'm terrible, but I just knew that I had to, I said I'd do it, so here we are. This is the Foggy Dew. Right, I'll be with you now. Just have to feel the tank here. I was down the glen one Easter morn to a city fair rode I. Their armoured lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by. No pipes did hum or battle drum did sound its loud tattoo, but the Angelus bells, all liffey swell, rang out through the foggy dew. right proudly high over Dublin town. They hung out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than in Suva or Sudelbar. And from the plains of Royal Meath, strong men came hurrying through. But Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns shined in through the foggy dew. 'Twas Britannia bade our wild geese go, that small nations might be free. But their lonely graves are by Sula's waves, on the shores of the great North Sea. But had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with cold blood, their names we would keep where the Fenians sleep, 'neath the shroud of the foggy dawn. But the bravest bell and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear for those who died that Easter tide in the springtime of the year. And the world it gazed in deep amaze at those fearless men, but few bore the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy We're getting there with that one. Different guitar. I was practicing on the other. Oh, full of excuses, yes. Right, we're going to move along. This is a song on YouTube that gets a lot of hits for me. I had somebody with a comment on it today again. This is REM's Night Swimming. Haven't done it in a while, but I thought maybe we'd give it a shot today and get something out of it. It's a wonderful little song, wonderful, great song. There's nothing little about it. Whoa. So we've got lots of changing moisture in the air. In Ireland, it just seems to stay the same all the time, whereas over here, it's dry and then it's humid and all that type of thing. So the guitar is changing all the time. Right. Night swimming deserves a quiet night. Photograph on the dashboard, taken years ago. Turn around backwards so the windshield shows. Every street light reveals a picture in reverse. Still it's so much clearer. I forgot my shirt at the water's edge. The moon is low tonight. Night swimming deserves a quiet night. I'm not sure all these people understand. It's not like years ago, the fear of getting caught, of restlessness in the water. They cannot see me naked. These things, they go away, replaced by everyday night swimming, remembering that day. September's coming soon, pining for the moon. What if there were two side by side in orbit around the fairest sun? The bright tide, forever drunk, could not describe night swimming. You, I thought I knew you. You, I cannot judge. You, I thought you knew me. This one laughing quietly underneath my breath. Night swimming deserves a quiet night. Deserves a quiet night. Photograph reflects every streetlight, a reminder. Night swimming deserves a quiet night. Deserves a quiet night. Deserves a quiet night. Night swimming. So, thanks very much, Clara. I have a few more heads saying hello here. Let me have a look. We'll just. That's the thing about being live. It's nice to say hello. Where are we at here? Thanks, Mark. Oh yeah, Mark can't wait to get back to Ireland, literally or spiritually. Well, hopefully we're helping you get back to Ireland. And here's a lady who's in Ireland, my Aunt Bernie. How are you doing? You're in Tully in Roscommon, enjoying the music. Thanks, Bernie, for getting on and saying hello. Big music fan, one of the biggest music fans going. My aunt, she's always checking out all the different live streams and Van Morrison, all these different big acts that I didn't even know had them as well. But that's what you get when you go seeking it out. You were listening to Letters to Loved Ones featuring Clara Rose. All right, great. Thanks very much. That's Kathy McAvoy's album that we're both on. Thanks, Bernie, for checking that out. And Pierce McLaughlin we have on as well. He's going to be doing his one. I guess he's been doing Sundays as well. And we have Denise Bede on the Instagram saying hello, and Grata, my wife Anne-Marie. Thanks very much, Denise. That's great. So we're going to continue the old show. I didn't get to do a Shanukle, but I used the word Tinton in a song earlier, which means the heart. So our Shanukle on lay is going to be Níl Aon Tinton mar de Hinton Féin, which is there's no heart like your own heart, or there's no place like home, or however you want to say that. So Níl Aon Tinton mar de Hinton Féin is it. I had it in my Ceolas and Durcadas earlier, in my he ar an Tinton. So we're going to do another older original. I need to get a few different ditties here. We'll have more in following gigs. So this mentions Pat Inglesby, who had been on the streets of Dublin selling his poetry, and he's just got this no messing poetry that he's got that just cuts to your soul. He's amazing stuff. But when we were younger, he had a TV show, and that's how I would have known about him. So that is mentioned in the song. So here we go. Tells them I'm doing fine just the way I am. I'm doing fine just the way I am. My friend Steve has no mobile phone. The only way to reach him is when he's at home. You're living in the past, I said, get with the plan. He tells me I'm doing fine just the way I am. I'm doing fine just the way I am. So why not let other people do what they want to do? If it's not harming us or anyone else, so maybe do a little thinking. I should do a little thinking about myself. Pat is a poet, sells his books on the street. He used to be famous, he had this show on TV. Yeah. People say he's crazy, well he doesn't give a damn. He tells me I'm doing fine just the way I am. I'm doing fine just the way I am. At least I don't live with my head in the sand. I'm doing fine just the way I am. So why not let other people do what they want to do? If it's not harming us or anyone else, so maybe do a little thinking. We should do a little thinking about ourselves. I'm doing fine just the way I am. I'm doing fine just the way I am. Yay! So, hope you're doing fine, you're doing grand, you're all good in the hood or whatever other yoke you use. So what else have we got going on? We have Emily Crimmins. My nosie's in the way here, I can't read it. So how are you doing, Emily? Thanks very much for being with us while you clean your house. That's it. I hope the rhythms are helping you clean away there. We've Aisling Kavanagh. You're listening in a log cabin in Perth in Scotland. You walked in actual blooming heather yesterday. Excellent. I shared a version of the Wild Mountain Thyme on my Facebook there yesterday by Robin James Hurt. You should check it out. It's kind of leans heavily on the original version, The Braes of Balwhidder. And that's in the latest podcast that I have. We are chatting about it. It's a month old, about a month. So, yeah, you can check that out. Let's sing that one, why not? I need the other guitar. While we're talking about it, we can sing Go Lassie Go. And we'll all go together. Why would you be plucking Wild Mountain Thyme anyway? I think they make them. I remember having beer from Heather Beer. So maybe you'd be making beer or something. I don't know. And guitars changing tune. Anyway, we'll all go together to the Braes of Balwhidder. That's where it comes from. It was all about getting people out of the cities into the highlands, I guess, or into the mountains, and just to see to get out of your gaff and see the world. So I must follow that advice later and go for a walk. Anyway. Oh, the summertime's coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountains. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love did leave me, could I ever find another where the wild mountain thyme grows around that purple heather? Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? One more time. And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? I'm going to move along to another song. This is called Make It Up As You Go Along, and I've played it a few times. It's about making it up as you go along because you don't have a better plan, or maybe that is the best plan in the times that we're in. Who can tell what's going to happen? So we would do well to be flexible about our plans, etc. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it was a song I've been writing before that anyway, but you try to make everything seem like it makes sense in the world that you live in currently, or something. Oh, let's make it up as we go along, like those few words of your favorite song, like the best dance moves when you dance alone. Let's make it up as we go along. They'll say that we'll never ever make it, and they'll say that it's impossible. We're not listening to them, no, baby. Yeah, we'll prove real love is improv. It's improv, baby. Make it up as you go along, like those few words of your favorite song, like the best dance moves when you dance alone. Let's make it up as we go along. And why are we still chained to ancient rules? To a penny by too many following fools. You and me should sway to our own beat. So waltz with me to the bright side of the street. Let's make it up as we go along, like those few words of your favorite song, like the best dance moves when you dance alone. Let's make it up like a Jackson Pollock #1, or the genie, us Robin Williams, or a little kid making up a song. Let's make it up. Now we can make a plan or two, set some smart goals, but I got the best insurance policy anybody knows. So make it up as you go along, like those few words of your favorite song, like the best dance moves when you dance alone. Let's make it up like a flock of birds fills up the sky, like the universe creates an eye, like a revolution in the night. Let's make it up like a Jackson Pollock #1, or the genie, Robin Williams, or a little kid making up a song. Let's make it up. Let's make it up as we go along, 'cause the electricity might all go wrong. Let's make it up as we go along. Let's make it up. As we go along. Okay, all the electricity went out and came back. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. But I think we're still streaming. My Aunt Mary is checking in. How are you doing? Thanks very much. Waiting for Ashlyn in Knock. As she's going back to Dublin tomorrow. Happy birthday to my mother and Seamus on Monday. Yes, and to Anne-Marie's father as well. All on the 31st or thereabouts. Excellent. Yeah, that's Knock in Ireland. That's where my auntie's gone, or that's where Ashlyn is. So that's my cousin Ashlyn, who's a genius. So, what am I doing? Right, we're gonna have. It's time for. If I can find it, call share. It's time for favorite folk songs. Favorite folk songs. Favorite folk songs, not too obscure so we can all sing along. Right, I've changed my mind about which guitar to use. Right, Tomid Kun Oro Shedavahawalia Ahana. Oro Shedavahawalia. Barlam Hu na Cade Bo Vanya. I'd rather you than a hundred milking cows. I think that's what that last bit is. You don't hear that a lot, but we'll try and throw it in at the end. We've lost Instagram. Bye bye Instagram. It shut itself off there. So Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Anisher Hochten Tauri. Let's do it again. Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Anisher Hochten Tauri. Shela of Amberlane, where the bay are crackoovet in Gaven the Uy Bra, she's a shell of Merlock, stu deal the lesh the volume, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Anisher Hochten Tauri. It's a wheelery of art of my middow in the Akshacht and Granuel, Smiele Gashkia, Shidik Bogert Bonner Roller, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Anisher Hochten Tauri. Granuel, Trillar Salu, Oglegarm, Haletti, Bargarda, Quelly Dane, Steve Frank Nospanya, Scorishi Bruiger Holy, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Anisher Hochten Tauri. Sing along. Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Anisher Hochten Tauri. Sing it. Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Oro Shedavahawalia, Anisher Hochten Tauri. Oro Shedavahawalia, Barlam Huna Cade Bovanya, Oro Shedavahawalia, Anisher Hochten Tauri. Okay, I've got to do one or two more and then we're going to call it a Saturday. Because it's not a Saturday yet till we're done and then we can have some breakfast. So I went live during the week on my Facebook profile by accident as I was writing or recording a little demo of this one. This one's called, it's been on my mind for a while, it's one of my kind of climate songs. Actually, yes, that's why we need this. Wait a minute. Environmental, transcendental. Right, this is your environmental song of the day. I'm thinking of Ireland and how there really isn't a lot of trees in Ireland, lads, and we used to have loads of them. But it was when I was going on a tour 2 years ago with Stephen James Smith all around England and Scotland and Wales and around those parts, and just loads and loads more trees. And over here in Michigan, it's just full of trees everywhere, and it just seems to me we need more trees in Ireland. So this idea came out that about forests of freedom. So I guess, I don't know. Here's the song anyway. Save the seas, plant more trees, dirty your hands, dig a hole. Save the seeds and plant more trees, watch them grow and grow. Forests of freedom will greet you when you're old. Forests of freedom give the earth back her soul. Forests of freedom greet you when you're old. Forests of freedom will bring the earth back her soul. So save the seas, plant more trees, fix the world's AC. Save the seeds and plant more trees and feel the cool, cool breeze. Forests of freedom will greet you when you're old. Forests of freedom bring the earth back her soul. Forests of freedom will greet you when you're old. Forests of freedom will bring the earth back her soul. Yay. So that's my little one for the trees. Alright, I'm going to sing one more, and I'll leave you all to it then. This one is called Doe and Dee, or Doe and Dee. Doe and Dee, and yeah. It's one of them Shanos ones that has a few little bits, little stanzas or whatever, that all just kind of have their own little thing. And one of them is about my love, how great she is. She'll buy me a beer in the pub, isn't she great? And then one is like, oh, that we have it tough. Our family, it's like hard knock life for me type stuff going on. And then there's one about sitting on a nyantog, and then I'm not sure what that one's about, but that's a nyantog is a nettle. So anyway, this was from the singing of Joe Heaney, Joseph O'Hanig. Doing the old idle dough, ta started on jazz. Doing the old idle dough, the aid of my reas is doing do. Oh, do old idle dough. Doing the old idle dough, ta started on core. Doing the old idle dough, like Glenna Dacan is doing the old idle dough. Doing the old idle dough, Marachandroch hill. Doing the old idle dough, weg mo inter krines. Doing the old idle dough. Doing the Untitled on Yantogis Blabui. Doing the Untitled ta Faserach Mohis. Doing the Untitled. Doing the Untitled Amarach Hill. Doing the Untitled weg mo winter creenness. Doing the Untitled. Right, Shinna will. My dulcimer, for those who are wondering about the dulcimer that got broken, it's down with the with Warren, who made it, and he's looked at it, but he hasn't started fixing it yet. So I was like trying to find out. So we're waiting on the dulcimer to come back. So thanks everyone for listening. If you would like to do the whole Venmo thing in America, tip jar would be amazing. If you put some money in the tip jar, that'd be great. Or PayPal. Where's PayPal? It's over here. That would be good too. Also Spotify. I have a lot of my stuff up on Spotify. So if you listen to Spotify, you'd be doing me a great favor by following me over there and listening to some of the albums. There's a lot of stuff, and I hope to put more up there because it's been a while since I've been putting things up on my Bandcamp. So there's loads of new stuff on Bandcamp all the time. Forest of Freedom just went up on Bandcamp the other day, but Spotify, I will be putting more stuff on Spotify in future. So let me have a look. We'll say goodbye here to our chat wall. Who's on the old chat wall? Thanks again to Ashcav for being there. Pat, how are you doing? Thanks very much, Pat. Will you go? Let's you go. It's a great song. Well, I was learning a lot about it. It's got a lot of depth to it, that song. And thanks for singing along, Shannon. Appreciate it. Straight at the Y. Oh my God, me and Clara wrote a song called Straight at the Y. I'll have to look up the lyrics. That's what they say in Monaghan. Go down the road and go straight at the Y. So at the Y in the road. So you have to go straight. It's a good idea. Like, don't be worrying which we really go left or right. Just go straight. You'll be grand. Thanks, Judy. Thanks very much down in Florida. Thanks for listening in. Al O'Brien, how are you doing, sir? Great to have you listening in. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed the show. And Slonga Fall, everybody. Mary, how are you doing? Thanks for listening in Detroit. And Liz in Battle Creek, and Jana, thanks again. Really appreciate you coming and listening from me and Nosy. And as always, we have Seamus is on the door, keeping an eye. He's the bouncer, making sure. And we have the dark hedges here up on the wall for a while. From all of us, Slonga Fall, and thanks for listening in. Catch you soon. Bye.